Hi everyone. So this is my week 3 project. I named it Project 2. The previous one named it Project 1, but similar URLs. And so once you open the project URL, you should have Hello World first. And I created a project for emergency contacts. And so once we go to our emergency contact, we should be able to see all emergency contacts that we have with about seven field um, for inputs, ID, first name, last name, phone number, relationship, address, email, and then preferred contact method. So these are all the emergency contacts that we have so far in our database. And so that confirms our URL is working quite correctly. And then we can check for, um, let's see if when we search for a particular ID should be able to take us directly to that particular um, contact. Yeah, so as we have here, so that confirms that everything works fine, and we can now go on to check for our API documentation. So when we go to our API, we have all endpoints here. First of all, our homepage, they should be able to fetch us hello world. As you can see, it returns a 200 code hello world. So that is working for our homepage, and then our endpoints to fetch all our emergency contacts in the database. This is it. So let's see if that works fine. And when we execute it, as you can see, it shows all, or it displays all the contacts that we have already in our database nicely. So that confirms our get endpoint is working. And then our post, um, our post should be able to allow us to add a new should be able to allow us add a new emergency contact. And so let's say I want to use my name as contact, and then phone number maybe +233 756 4589, and relationship say cousin, and then address 45 Banner Street, and then email z.spotline@gmail.com. And so this should be able to allow us add a new emergency contact to our list, and preferred contact method, WhatsApp. Yeah. So once we click execute, yeah, it returns a 204 code showing that everything has gone through, and we can check that by visiting our get request for our emergency contact, and then try to see if that got added to our list of contacts already. And yeah, there we go. So this is it. It's already here in our list of contacts. So that confirms it's working fine for our post endpoint. All right, and we have another get endpoint that should be able to take us to, or allow us search a particular ID of a contact. or search an emergency contact using a particular ID. So I can copy the ID for the one I just created, and then we try it out. So once I input the ID, it should take me directly to the emergency contact I'm looking for. And there we go. It returns a 200 code. And there we have it. And so confirms our endpoint is working nicely there too. And let's check for our put endpoint. This should be able to allow us updates an already existing emergency contact. And so we can try it out. We can enter the ID, for instance, the one I picked or the one I entered newly with my name, and everything. And so I can choose to maintain the name and then phone number. Maybe I'm going to change the phone number to maybe +233 0000, and then still maintain the relationship as cousin, and the address is 45 Banner Street. So let me keep that 45 Banner Street. That's the address. Email, I'm still going to maintain the email. That's loxy.okain@gmail.com, and preferred contact method. So let's just say I change my preferred contact method to email now. And so once we execute it, it should update. It returns a 204 code, and so that should update. Uh, uh, it should update the emergency contacts as well that I added. And so yeah, you can see the phone number that I changed. It's showing here nicely, got updated, and then the preferred contact method also changed from WhatsApp to email. And so that accurately confirms that we got everything working. And then let's just say I want to test my delete endpoints. We can just add an ID to get deleted. So I added the one that I inputted, and then we can execute it, and it returns a 204, also confirming that everything is working. We can check that by visiting our get endpoint, execute it, and then we should have just three. Yeah, so the one I added is gone. And then, yeah, so